This is regarding IET professional registration, becoming a chartered engineer, and interesting journey. So this session will be conducted by Engineer Tatsara Nanayakara. He has the distinction and honor of being the youngest IET registered chartered engineer in Sri Lanka, and also he is a registered international professional registration advisor in Institution of Engineering and Technology. Currently, he is serving as the vice chairman of IET Young Professional Sri Lanka Network. Apart from that, he holds the professional memberships of IECL, IESL, and IET UK. So prior to start the session, I have a few requests from all the participants. Please make sure to mute yourself until the session is wind up in order to avoid unnecessary disturbances. And if you have got any question regarding any session, we are conducting 2 sessions. Under any session, if you have any question, you can simply put into the chat box. Don't interrupt the speakers meanwhile sessions are conducted.
First, nice introduction, and thank you for inviting me as a guest speaker to this session. So we'll move to our topic. Can you all see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
All right. So I need to first tell IET Young Professional Network has mainly organized this session. Its main focus is to get the knowledge to the IET on campus undergraduate plus the recent graduates to get a brief idea of the importance of getting IET. So I'll explain the briefly, not go much. So the brief I'll get brief idea of what is IET professional registration. So IET is world recognized institution. I think now more than 168,000 members all around the world. So Engineer Tilini has already described the IET and all about the benefits. So now I move to my presentation. So this is my sequence. So first engineering career progression, then who is chartered engineer and the benefits of becoming a chartered engineer, and the Engineering Council UK approved institutions to get license to about the chartered engineer qualification. Then the professional registration as chartered engineer through the IET. So the requirement for the chartered engineer qualification and application routes, application requirements, then the assessment process, the interview process, and assessment outcome, and how we get ready. So I thought that my cursor is, all can see my cursor.
Yeah, we can see. It's visible.
So first, what is engineering career progression? So first, we have to follow the engineering degree, engineering or the technological degree. Then need to get a membership from any professional bodies. So after that, you can achieve the chartered engineer qualification from locally or the internationally, or else you can do your postgraduate studies, then you can achieve the chartered engineer qualifications. The final outcome is after, with the experience of the chartered engineer, you can become INT PE. INT PE means International Professional Engineer, is recognized in the world as a professional engineer. So this is the main career progression of the engineers. So before I describe the chartered engineer, so I will describe what is engineering and engineer. So all we know, the engineering is the broad discipline that involves using a various of applications, scientific, mathematical, technological, likewise. So engineers are the practitioners of the engineering. So who is chartered engineer? The chartered engineer has knowledge, skills, and some experience. He has all the responsibility of the designing and the engineering works. So he involved and given leaderships to, he is the main given leadership for the all designs and engineering works. So these are the benefits of the chart engineer. So you can use international recognition title, and you can get recognition as a professional in your field. Then you can improve career opportunities as well as salary prospectus in your job. And it is a great influence within your organization. So, and you can get confirmation that you are a competent engineer. And the opportunities to connecting you with innovative and the influential people. So first I describe the path through the IET. So I need to describe what is the Engineering Council UK. So though we apply chart engineer qualification through the IET, so ultimately the qualification will be awarded by the Engineering Council. So not only chart engineer qualification, so incorporate engineer, engineering technician, as well as the ICT technician, all the recognitions will be awarded by the Engineering Council. So this is the regulated body in the UK. So these are the Engineering Council UK approved organized institutions to award these professional recognition titles. There are nearly 31 institutions, international approved institutions. So the IET is the topmost and reputed institution among those. So now next we move forward to the professional registration as chart engineer through the IET. So this is the main summary. So this is the main progress, the process of the professional registration. I will explain each and every one in upcoming slides. So first we need to join IET. So as an undergraduate, you can first join as a student member. Then after graduation, you will automatically change to the associate member. After you can join into the industry, you can get the IET corporate membership called MIET the memberships. So with the corporate membership, only you can enter to this path. So first you need to member of IET, we call it corporate membership. Then you need to develop your competencies. So competencies, I will briefly upcoming slide. The next step is to need to map your competencies again the UK specification. So this one also I will brief in upcoming slides. So need to write your application. This is some kind of a report. So I'm giving advice to all the undergraduates and just pass out graduates. So from the beginning your industry journey, so you need to keep your diary. So need to write down each and every important points. Once you are going to apply these chartered engineer qualifications, you will not remember the old things. So this I'm recommend you to write down all the steps that your involvement in engineering, main things you have to write down as a small diary. So this finally, if you are good succeed in your application, then they will call for the interview. Then finally you can get the chart engineer qualification. So these are the requirement for the chart engineering. So chart engineer, become a chart engineer. So need education requirement. I will explain one by one in upcoming slides. So need the memberships. So next the experience and the competencies. What are the competencies? So these are the assessment the assessment before I explain what are the education requirement for the apply chart engineer qualification. So these are the assessment process of the IET. So mainly in the Engineering Council UK. So there are two types of assessments. So these are the recognized qualifications and the individual assessment. So this is for those who have accredited recognized qualification as per the Engineering Council UK. So these for those who don't have accredited recognized qualification as per the Engineering Council UK. So don't worry if you are, though you have recognized qualification as well as though you don't have the recognized qualification, you can apply the professional registration. So I will explain these two in next slides. Right. So before I going to explain these education requirements, so first we need to the main difference between IEng and CEng. This IEng means incorporated engineer, then chartered engineer. So when you are writing application, you need to show a difference between these two. So when you are going to apply chartered engineer, so you need to write these, explain the difference, main difference between these two. So mainly the incorporated engineer is a just pass out graduate, but no more experience, but he's not doing any responsibility engineering job, like an engineering officer. So chartered engineer is having some experience and he has some responsibility in their field. So these are the education requirement for the recognized qualifications. For these category, I will now explain. So these are the education requirement recognized qualifications. For the chartered engineers, need to accredited bachelor's degree with honors engineering or technology plus the master's degree and other the same one. You need to one of following. So for if you need to apply as in this route you cannot select the route. The IET will decide what the route for you. Right? If you are if you need to apply these recognized qualification route, you need to minimum this qualification need a bachelor's degree engineering technology plus master's degree. So if you don't have a master's degree, then definitely you have to go to this individual assessment route. Right. This for the incorporated engineer, you need to only the bachelor of degree in engineering or technology only. Right. So when we so what is this accredited degree? So in an engineering council UK, there are mainly there are some codes as there are mainly there are two types of accreditations. So in engineering council and the Washington Accord. So normally in the engineering council UK, there are checking their qualification recognized engineering council or else Washington Accord. So you can go to the engineering council website and go to the recognized course search, and you can write your university name or else your degree, then search. You can search your degree is accredited or not through the engineering council. Other than if your degree is accredited by the Washington Accord, is enough for apply through the recognized qualification route. I'm not going to explain about the Washington Accord in here. So these are the membership categories. So student member, associate member, then member. So these are the memberships. So these are not the memberships. These are the professional recognitions given by the Engineering Council UK through the IET. So minimum you need to be a member, corporate member, to apply IEng or CEng. So when you are doing the diploma of engineering or the technician, the engineering courses, so also you can get a student membership, then you can get associate membership as well. So then after that you can get only the TMI technician membership. Then you can apply the professional registration as an engineering technician or the ICT technician. So these are the competencies. So this is a guidance. So you can get download from Engineering Council UK website. So this called UK stand for Professional Engineering Competence and Commitment. We call it as a UK Spec. This is the 4th edition, published in 2020. So this is an bread and butter and is a very important in the professional registration journey. You need to read very well and you need to go through is to before write your application. So these are the competencies of the UK Spec 4th edition. So mainly the competency A, you need to write the application report. So you as a story. So when you are writing a story, you need to show these competencies you are having, and you need to show these all competencies become a chartered engineer. So these are the competencies. Competency A, knowledge and understanding. Competency B, you need to show your design skills, development and solving engineering problems. Then competency C, you need to show your responsibility and management and your leadership. These three are very much important. A, B, C. And the D and E and communication and interpersonal skills, as well as the personal and professional commitment. So there are the main 5 competencies. Under this, there are 17 sub-competencies. So I will not going each and everyone separately because this is mainly focused for the graduate, undergraduate and test pass out graduates. So I will go briefly about what are the sub-competencies. So in competency A, there are 2 sub-competencies, A1 and A2. So in competency B, in design, development and engineering problems, there are mainly 3 sub-competencies. We call it as B1, B2, B3. So in the competency C, responsibility, management and leadership, there are 4 sub-competencies. In competency D, there are 3 sub-competencies. Finally, in the competency E, there are 5 sub-competencies. So you need to submit a report and you need to show you are having all these 17 sub-competencies. So these are the evaluation progress. So I'm recommend you, these are there are evaluation progress. So I recommend you need to above the practitioner level, you need to have expert level in your application in these competencies. So this is the application route. So for this application route, there are some registration advisors we called as IPRA, International Professional Registration Advisors. In Sri Lanka, there are 9 to 10 international registration advisors. There are so many senior advisors. You can get help from them. So if you can, you need to consult. So this is not compulsory. So I recommend you to consult IPRA during this process. So if you go to the IET UK website, and you can select other, and you can select the country and select the category as chartered engineer. Then search, you can get the professional registration advisors registered in your local network. So if you need to get consultant from get the advice from me, you can select me as now I am these days I'm registered as Asia, rest of the region as a local network. So through this website, you can get that send a request from any advisor and get the help from them. So these are the evidence you need during this process. So these evidence you no need to submit to the IET UK. But if during this your application process, sometimes they will ask some evidence. So not for all. From some of during the process, some of the competencies might be a request from you, but the IPRA will request most of the evidence from you. So I'll recommend you to collect these all the documents during this your industrial training as well as your industrial training as well. So the project examples, the project plans, the evidence, log events, designs, diagrams, proposals, reports, some minutes of the meetings, the presentation maps. So likewise, you need to collect all these things with you once you before write a report. So these are the application path. There are mainly two paths: online application or else the paper application. So I recommend you to go to the online application. So it is you can first you can register log into your IET account. Then you can go the career manager. Then you can select the professional registration and fellowship category. Then under this you can continue your application, online application. So these are the application requirements. You need to fill the basic details and the academic and vocal qualifications. So this is important one. So need to employment history. You need to write a story, your story. And same time you need to show your competencies. And you need to show your trainings, the CPD activities, as well as it's better to submit your professional papers that you are presented. So, or else your publication, research publications, journal publication, conference publications, or else these supporting documents you need to submit, the verify certificates and transcript, and the accountability diagram as well as a development action plan. These two will describe next slides. So accountability diagram, this is some kind of a flow chart. So you need to draw some flow chart and need to mention your post, your appointment in this diagram, and as well as need to mention your above and the below, the both the engineers and the as well as you need to mention the persons under command you. So there are 2 or 3 levels of above, below of your post, and the indicated with the arrow. You need to indicate with the arrow. So these are called accountability diagram. You need to mark your the current position as well as your previous position in the same diagram, or else if you are change the job, you can use 2 different accountability diagrams. So development action plan is some kind of a plan or else chart you can submit to the IET UK. So you have to write a short-term goals and your long-term goals. So you can brief your goals in the future. So these are the final stage of application. You need to initially the IPRA will certify your application, then need to recommend your application your immediate boss. So he or she no need to be a member of IET. Only requirement is having only the one membership of any institution in locally or internationally. So I recommend you to get a second supporter. Those who have chartered engineer in Engineering Council UK, not only the IET. You can select any UK Engineering Council UK accredited institution as a second supporter. So and third and second, you can get supporters up to 5. No need to this optional for the up to after the second. So I will already describe this. I will describe what is this difference. So once you have recognized qualification, so you can initially they are checking after submitting your application. Initially they are checking your application. They are not the engineers. They are only the staff. Initial step, they are they will check your applications. If you have any problem, they will ask some request from you. So they will select what is the suitable category for you, or else your recognized qualification as well as the individual assessments. So if you are having a recognized qualification, they will forward your application to the expert panel. So these panels are well expert in your fields in IET UK. So after, if you get through these if you got past the your report, so report is very much important other than the interview. So if you go through these report, then you will call to the professional registration interview. Then you will finally the post PR, and then if you get through the interview also, you can get the chartered engineer qualification. So this is, I'll give a brief idea of what is the interview. If you got past the your application, then need to do a 50-minute presentation, and they will ask 45 to 60-minute questions from you. So only from only the application, they will ask questions. I will show some video clips about the IET interview.
Format of the interview will be a 15-minute presentation by you. Then we will have a discussion for up to 45 minutes. The purpose of this interview is for you to give us all the information you want to support your application. We don't want you to go away feeling that you've missed anything out. The interviewers will listen and give you the opportunity to demonstrate your breadth and depth of professional engineering and technology experiences. At the end of the interview, you will be asked if there is anything more that should be added. We want you to go away feeling that you have given the best evidence that you can. Safe journey home. After the interview, professional review interview report form will be completed by the interviewers, and a recommendation made to progress your application. Feedback to the registration panel is based on your written application form and the interview report, together with your presentation, development action plan, and other relevant documents. The decision will be made on your application for registration, normally within 6 weeks, and you will be notified of the outcome by letter.
So you can request online interview if you go through your report. So normally we conduct 2 assessors from UK. So this is the assessment outcomes. So for these are the recognized qualifications. So if you get through your you have successful you are having evidence to all competencies, then they will call the interview. If you get past the interview, then you can get a chartered engineer qualification. So if you are failing first time, so for the I will explain these are recognized qualification applicants, those who don't have the master's degrees. So they will the first time, if you are failed your competency report, then they will ask these evidence. You need to submit full evidence statements, evidence statement, and target questions. So full evidence statement, like you need to submit each and every sub-competencies separately as a report. So if you go through this, you can get the interview, and then you can get the chartered engineer qualification. If you fail in this time also, then again you will learn. And after that, if you are not, they understand you are not much competencies, they will give a advice letter. So they will not recommend to the chartered engineer. They will recommend you if you having other competencies for the IEng or the engineering technicians. So these are the individual assessment route. So those who don't have recognized accredited degree, or else don't have the master's degree. So first stage, if you are getting succeeding first time your application, so you will call PR, means you will get a professional review interview. So then you can, if you are good through, you can get the chartered engineer qualification. If you are get fail in first time, so same, and as well as they will request the some statement, this we call UK and U. So those who are individual assessments. So the if you are get fail this time also, so they will call the technical interview, technical viva. So this is the difference between the individual assessment and the recognized qualification. So if you are, this is some kind of a technical interview. They are checking your technical ability. If you are go through these interviews, so then you can go to your professional registration interview. Then finally you can get the charge engineer qualification. So this time also you can get fail. Then they will give advice letter. And if you are need to request, you can need to appeal. So it's a separate path. I will not go further about these. So how we get ready? So first you need to read all the competencies as per the UK specification 4th edition, and you need to improve with your experience. And as well as you need to note down a log events from the beginning. As well as you need to keep engineering design associated documents with you, and need to keep technical proposals reviews, as well as you need to keep reports, minutes of the meetings with you. So these are the references that I used to so for the presentation. So thank you all for the Dasuna, Engineer Dasuna.
Thank you very much, Engineer Tassara. That's an amazing informative session about about the path for chartered engineer. I think all of the participants got a rough idea, basic idea of about the benefits, about the path for a charter as a professional. Now it's the time for the question round, question and answer. So we have already 2 questions. If you have any question regarding both session, it is the time to put it in the chat box. And IET CEng is similar to Sri Lankan CEng. I think this is so, Engineer Tatsara.
So normally Sri Lanka CEng offered by the IESL. So this is not the similar. So the main advantage is to, if you get IET chartered engineer, so in the IESL PR guide under the 5.7, you no need to do in IESL B paper as well as the A paper, as well as you no need to submit your online diary to the IESL. No need to submit only the report as well as the viva. So this is one of the benefits of getting IET chart engineer. You can directly apply IESL direct route as a IESL chart engineer. So these are similar. They are not similar. There are IET chart engineer for the internationally. So for to work in Sri Lanka, you need to get the Sri Lankan charter as well.
Thank you. The next question also same for you. Do you find any specific time period from MIE to CEng?
No, not required. If you are get members MIT today, so if you have any responsibility in your field, in your job, you can today, if you are right, you can write a competency report. You can today also you can submit a report. Is no any time period.
Is there any format for the report that has to be submitted? I think this is for the chartered engineer path.
I already said so I recommend you to go to the career manager. So there are all the templates are there. So if you can go to the IT career manager, all the formats, online formats at there, you can submit your report and make a report at there.
Thank you. We had got one question. If I have CEng in UK and with not approved degree ISL, can I be CEng in Sri Lanka?
No. So in ISL, you need initially you get a associate membership is basic. First, you need to get an associate membership of IESL. Then, if you are get chartered engineer qualification, you will get all the benefits. So IESL, I think IESL associate membership is the basic. So if you are don't you are doing or you did not approved degree in IESL, so you have to get the qualifying examination, knowledge general qualifying knowledge part 3 examination, and then you initially you have to go the associate membership. Then after that you can go to direct route, get the Sri Lanka chart as well.
Right. It seems like that's all the from the question. Of course, if you have any more doubts to do, you have to clarify, please directly get into the IET YP network, or you are on campus through, or you are on campus representative. We'll able to give you a proper answer for you all the questions and out. Let's it has come to the end of the another informative, interesting session from IET Young Professor Sri Lanka. So we are glad to thank our guest speakers, Engineer Tatsar Nanakara. So we are glad to get experience and insights from both of them. Thank you all of your time and committee in the weekend for committing all your time. We'll see you in upcoming sessions conducted by IET Young Professor Sri Lanka. Okay, good night, everyone. Thank you. See you in the next time.